Hey guys, Infidel1258 here. Today we're going to get into the comment section from my YouTube channel. I do this regularly, so if you want your questions, your comments, your critiques to be addressed by me, leave them in the comments. If you want a little thank you after I do, leave your IGN and I will send you a little something. And I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much for your time and attention. Let's get into it. I haven't looked at the comment section. Today is going to be a shorter one. I don't have enough time to do 3 comments from 3 different videos. I'm just going to grab one good comment from one video, maybe 10 minutes long kind of thing. We'll see. And we'll just see what's out there. Yellow's got a good comment here, I think. It's a larger comment that grabs my attention. Plus Yellow's been, you know, he's been around for a long while here. Let's see. So this is on a video I recently did, buy now or buy later Rebellion pack opening with the stream team. This was a great conversation actually. Unfortunately, audio in this video wasn't what I wanted it to be because I used my secondary mic, because I was using my primary mic so I could communicate with the stream team. The stream team, if you don't know, is the, you know, so a lot of the content creators that used to perform and, you know, create, support the Twitch channel for Splinterlands TV. And so there was like, who was there? It was myself and Aftersound, and Walking Keys was there, and Rogue, and you know, there were several faces on the screen there. Great conversation, amazing, fun time. We did like a 2-hour live. Go check out the Splinterlands official YouTube and you'll see the full conversation. But in this 30-minute clip, you're going to see us talking about Rebellion packs. Like, do we act now? And then watching the marketplace and seeing what the prices of the cards did in the opening minutes after the packs became available. Plus you see my epics and legendaries. It was a great fun video to record, and let's see what Yellow had to say about it. Yellow 6100, always fun stuff. Question: what are you going to do with the lower amount of cards and lower card levels? Meanwhile, what are you going to do with the lower amount of cards and lower card levels before you get your 1K packs? Are you okay? Are you gonna use them? Probably renting, I guess. But I always found it fun to think which cards, especially if in gold, the under-leveled can be used at the highest parts of your league, in which rule set. That stuff can be extremely fun if max cards are even more profitable. You're going to play around with that kind of stuff for the few days. Could be a good video. Yeah, let's talk about it right now. I can't exactly... There isn't much to demonstrate. So the answer to your question is like, what am I going to... He's asking, you know, I said in this video, and I've told you guys on the channel, I don't have a full Rebellion set. I bought only 120 Rebellion packs so far. My plan is to get 1,000 to 2,000 Rebellion packs before we're done. I have several months to do that. You know, the Rebellion packs will be available for another 8-9 months or something like that. And you know, there's 9 million packs still of it. Like, so I've got time. I don't need to buy them today. I want them today, but I don't have my money available this moment. I'm using, you know, it costs several $100s to get my land up and running. I'm only halfway there. I want to buy more land. I want to buy Rift Watcher cards. I want my cryptocurrency, which is elsewhere, to pump higher before I sell it. I want my SPS to pump higher before I liquidate. I think these things are coming. I think like the broader altcoin market is you know, beginning to surge. I think there's some cool reason to be excited about that. Not financial advice, but that's where my head is at. So I'm growing in confidence as to what will the short to medium term picture be like for my finances within crypto. And if I'm right about that, then I would move rapidly into some Rebellion stuff. This is one of my top concerns, a full or at least substantive Rebellion set. And for right now, I have almost none. I'll show you on Peak Monsters what I do have. I go to my cards, click on Rebellion, and I can show you I've got $531 worth of cards. Now, this number is going up, and I haven't gotten any new cards. So that means the price points on these cards is pushing up in the marketplace. And I sold about 30 bucks worth of Rebellion cards. And so I opened 120 packs. If you call them $4 a pop, that's 480 bucks worth of cards. They were, you know, in the opening minutes worth $2,000 because of the tension and, you know, the FOMO around people wanting to buy those cards and there being almost none on the market. That's why you always got to be careful of buying a card. And that's one of the conversation points in that video. You know, if you rush in to buy a certain card, you got to be careful you're not playing too much money. And interestingly, in that video, you will see Silence talking about, you know, he really wants that promo card, the new promo card, Legendary. He thinks it's super overpowered. In fact, I think he's right. I'm not saying it's not. Mantaroth is the one. And he, you know, he was racing to buy it and he was paying about 35 bucks a pop. You know, I've seen over the last couple of days, it was 25, 28, 29. Looks like high bid 29.50. The low, like it looks as though that price was relatively not a rush. Do you know what I mean? So in that video, minutes into the purchasing, there was some opportunities to buy it lower than 30, but mostly it was like up in the 30s. And I don't find necessarily that the best prices are going to happen as soon as a card launches. And I think that's generally the case. So my advice was just like prudence, and that's even my advice now to me and to you, Yellow, who's asking the question. You know, what am I going to do? How am I going to get these cards? I'm frankly not going to get them. That's the short answer to your question. I'm not going to get them until I open the packs, and I will buy packs, and I will buy select cards. The only thing I can tell you is that I did buy one legendary. So I sold a few of my cards I didn't really so much care about. I probably could show you. Let's see my Explorer. So card sales. So I sold one of these gold foil epics. The card's cool, but I don't need it. It's not like an absolute must-have to me. There are other things I could do with that DEC, so I got 12,000 DEC out of that. I also sold one of these guys, which I love, and I wish I didn't have to sell that. But again, there's other bigger fish to fry. That was 12 bucks as well. And then finally over here, I got another 10,000 DEC from selling. I can't even remember which one of these was mine, but some of these legendaries, maybe for Baradalin, I think. Point being, I selectively am selling some of the cards I'm less concerned about in order to afford some of the cards I'm more concerned about. I'm still not where I want to be, but I would argue that there are certain cards in here, especially in the summoners, that are kind of must-have. If you're looking at the Rebellions, you know, I would say some of these summoners are going to be must-have. I think at the minimum, you can argue that they changed the game in a dramatic enough way that you should want them. And does that mean they're must-have? Okay, maybe you could debate that a bit. But I do feel there's a dramatic impact here, and I'm excited to have them. And in particular, I'm focusing on certain ones. So I don't want to go deep into that in this video, but I just suffice it to say I'm concerned about these summoners more than I'm concerned about the monsters. And I like the monsters. Don't get me wrong. I'm not making fun of these or saying that they're bad. I think many of them are amazing, and I must have them. I must have them. Maybe you don't have to have them, but to me, I have to. So I will get them, but it's about timing. And to answer your question as succinctly as I can, and just in conclusion, it's like, you know, am I going to get them? Am I going to rent them? No, the rental costs are too expensive, but I will get them, and it's about timing. Right now, I'm waiting on the crypto market to do what I think it's going to do, and if I'm right, then, you know, maybe within the next 4 to 8 weeks, we'll be looking at a decent Rebellion set. But if not, I'm just going to be patient because I'm not going to rush it. I do not want to be forced into selling something for a lower price than I want to acquire something for a higher price than I think I ultimately have to pay. And that's how I feel about Rebellion cards right now. I think there's limited supply in the marketplace. I think they're amazing cards, and I am currently losing to them. So I do desire them, but I'm not going to chase them. I'm not going to take an L to sell a certain asset to move into these, even though I want them. I'm going to be prudent. I'm going to be reasonable. I'm going to take my time in acquiring them. And I'm excited. I don't think the cards are going to get, you know, one last point and I'll wrap. I don't think the Rebellion cards are going to get cheap. Like, I don't think we're going to get to a place where so many of these Rebellion packs just sell where the prices drop off, because either one of two things happens. Either very few of the packs sell and then they ultimately stay, you know, scarce. If we sell 3 million packs of Rebellion between now and 9 months from now, like total 3 to 4 million, I would say that's scarce. And then the cards probably never really truly fall in a substantial way price-wise. And then the other side of the coin is that there's a bull market and tons of liquidity chases in and buys up Rebellion packs, and we sell 7, 8, 9 million packs, which would be crazy and awesome for the DAO, for our game, for me individually. But that would mean that the cards probably do have an opportunity to dip in price, because there's always people who buy and then later regret. And I'm a guy who's here for the long haul. I know what I'm in for. I know what I'm doing. I'm not going to be shaken. But I think if we sell 5 to 6 million packs, I bet there'll be cheaper options later. If we sell 3 to 4 million packs, I bet the card prices stay relatively stationary. But regardless of what they do, up, down, left, right, I don't care. I'm going to slowly dollar cost average into more and more of them, but I'm going to do so strategically as my funds become available. That's my plan. Rebellion looks amazing. I'm pumped about it. These cards are great. Thanks for the comment, Yellow. I appreciate you. Have an amazing day. God bless.